Let's dive right in with today in Austin, Texas. A shocking late-night crash in San Marcos leaves 6 injured. Welcome, everyone, to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett. I'm Garrett, your friendly neighborhood news guide.
And I'm Leah. Thanks for joining us as we unpack the latest stories around Austin right here.
All right, let's roll on. First up, we have quite the story coming out of San Marcos. Picture this. A downtown crash last night ended with 6 pedestrians injured.
Oh my gosh, what happened? Tell me more.
Okay, so here's where we start. Around 1 a.m., Enrique Gutierrez Field, 24, drove his pickup truck into a crosswalk, hitting 6 people at once. Fortunately, it sounds like no one was injured too seriously. Everyone's expected to be okay.
Honestly, that's a relief. But also, what a terrifying event. The fact that none of the injuries are life-threatening is kind of a miracle. Were there any charges?
There were, indeed. Gutierrez Field has been slapped with some pretty serious charges, including aggravated assault and intoxication assault, which means he was likely under the influence at the time.
I guess this really brings up those public safety concerns, especially when it comes to late-night activities in downtown San Marcos. Safety measures have to be taken seriously, right? I'm curious, how did alcohol play a role in this crash?
Yeah, I wonder about that too. Let's keep it moving. Next up, Leah, what's the buzz over in Hays County?
All right, on to the next. Women in Hays County have been arrested for posing as nurses and stealing from the elderly. That's so wild. What a terrible scam.
Whoa, that sounds like a serious situation. Can you break it down for us?
Sure. So Gina Hernandez and Elsa Vasquez, neither are actual licensed nurses, posed as health attendants in Buda, Texas, specifically targeting senior residents to steal wallets and personal info.
Geez, that's a low blow, preying on people who are among the most vulnerable. This highlights a real need for tighter regulations in elderly care settings. Which leads me to ask, how did the investigation unfold?
You're right about that. The investigation kicked off back in March this year, and after plenty of detective work, the arrest was made in May. Honestly, the whole operation seemed pretty sketchy from the start.
Agreed, and wait until you hear this. Hernandez's bail was set at $214,000, which is hefty, while Vasquez's was only $22,000. It's like, why such a difference when they're facing the same problem?
That's a puzzle for sure. Okay, let's keep this going. What's coming up next?
Next up, we've got a political twist. Travis County settled a lawsuit about some secret funds for DA Jose Garza's home security enhancements. This one's got legs, don't you think?
I totally get where you're coming from. Anything involving secret government funds raises my curiosity. What's the scoop?
Here's the deal. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton filed a lawsuit because the county allegedly skipped some open meetings protocol when they approved $115,000 for security upgrades at Garza's house.
Whoa, that's a lot of money for home security. Without complete public transparency, no less. It's a good thing this was settled, but it makes you wonder why they thought it was okay to use such vague language about funds.
Exactly. It's all about balancing transparency with security needs, right? Okay, let's switch it up. What's next on our list?
All right, on to the next. The city of Bastrop just welcomed a fresh batch of city leaders. They're putting the spotlight on inclusivity and growth.
Nice. What's the gist of it? Who are the new faces?
So Mayor Pro Tem John Kirkland is sticking around after defeating a former council member, and Perry Lowe snagged 70% of the votes for place 1. They're really focusing on being transparent and keeping in touch with locals.
Sounds like they've got their priorities straight, huh? I'm down for that. It's cool they're talking about preserving Bastrop's charm while still thinking about growth. Community involvement is key.
Absolutely. They're refreshing the whole scene over there. Here's where we go next, Garrett. Last but definitely not least.
Thanks, Leah. Last up, we've got some feel-good news from Round Rock High. They just celebrated their seniors with a college commitment day. Isn't that pretty cool?
Ah, that's heartwarming. How did they celebrate?
Picture this. Seniors filled the 1200 building rotunda and signed a banner showing their college commitments, including big names like the University of Utah and Baylor. The banner will hang up for a year. Talk about lasting encouragement.
That's the takeaway for this one. Events like that really motivate students, fostering a college-going culture. Good job, Round Rock High.
And that ties it up nicely, folks. I'm Garrett, and with my amazing co-host Leah, we're signing off today from Austin. Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious and catch us tomorrow for more news.
And that's where we'll leave it for now. Have a great day, Austin, and don't forget to join us again tomorrow. Take care.